Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome and good afternoon to the Association of Independent Maryland and DC Schools Virtual College Fair powered by StriveScan. My name is Sabel. I will be your facilitator for this afternoon's session. Super excited to get started. We have some absolutely amazing schools here to tell you a little bit about themselves. Now, I point out it is a little bit about themselves. This is what I like to call an appetizer session. Little bit of everything. We have about 45 minutes on the clock. And again, so much to cover with some of these amazing institutions to tell us some amazing things about them. So with that said, before we get started, just a few housekeeping items that I want to have your attention to on the screen. Remember, you are muted and your video is turned off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. It is a webinar style format virtual college fair. So the way this works is you probably are wanting to ask these questions, which is absolutely amazing. And the way you will ask these questions is through your Q&A toolbar. So if you look at your Zoom toolbar, right in the middle somewhere, there is going to be a Q&A button. You'll go ahead and click on that Q&A button and type in your questions to the presenters at any time. I stress at any time. The entire 45 minutes is for the presentations, but we want your questions, so please ask them whenever you would like. Do not wait until the last minute. The panelists and presenters will be answering those questions all throughout the entire 45-minute session. With that said, please do us a favor, put the school's name in the question if you could, please, so we all know who the question goes to. Also, sign up for more sessions. Now, we do have 2 more sessions happening this evening, but no more. This is actually the last night of the Ames Virtual College Fair 2-day session. So if you do want to see other college presentations that are offered, there are, again, 2 more sessions happening after this one. So check the schedule on the website. Now, if mom missed out on tonight, or maybe a friend wanted to check these schools out, or maybe you just want to relive the fun with us, you absolutely can do so. All sessions are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Ames. With that said, I would love to get started with our first school up for this afternoon, and that is Holland University.
Hi all, I'm just going to share my screen real quick and we'll get started. All right. So hi, I'm happy to talk to you about Holland University and kind of give you a little bit about us so you can get to know us better. If you weren't aware, we are located in the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains in Virginia. This is about 4 hours from Baltimore. It's a small but vibrant community with a thriving downtown, countless outdoor recreation opportunities, and we're only a 15-minute drive from shops, museums, restaurants, and the airport. We're also close enough to Washington, D.C., Charlotte, and Richmond that our students often take day trips to explore these places away from campus and often become home to our students who want to complete month-long internships that are sponsored by our alum networks in those areas. Founded in 1842, we are the oldest women's college in Virginia and home to about 800 students. We encourage our students to explore their own unique interests through the liberal arts and have 29 majors and 30 minors to choose from. With an average class size of about 12, our students are really supported through close relationships with their professors and advisors. In addition to academics, our thriving Division III athletics programs compete in the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. If you're an athlete, check out hollandsports.com to learn more about our teams and recruiting process. And I'll be sure to put that in the chat after I'm done speaking. Students at Hollins have the opportunity to join one of almost 30 clubs and student-run organizations and are encouraged to create organizations that represent their own interests by drafting a club constitution, gathering members, and proposing new club ideas during our student government weekly Senate meeting. In fact, our latest club is now a ping pong club that just got started this semester. We have active student organizations that enable these students to find community on campus among their peers, sharing common interests, identities, but we really want to give our students access to leadership roles and event planning experiences as they host activities and events for the entire campus, not just their clubs. Student government, as I mentioned just a slide ago, is actually a vital part of Holland's life. Our SGA's mission statement is student government strives to be advocates for the student body and to improve the community through active participation and leadership. all of our undergraduates are members of our student government. With more than 80 elected positions, anyone can end up being a leader on campus. Students with a variety of interests, talents, and goals are welcomed by SGA to become new leaders on the executive, judicial, and event planning boards. And the hallmark of the experience is our weekly Tuesday night student-run Senate meetings. This brings together all the government leaders, as well as all students who are general members, and sometimes even faculty and staff, to review current events, make announcements, and discuss all student concerns. In addition to in-class academic support and this community environment of clubs and government, we actually encourage our students to take learning outside the classroom with our Rutherford Center for Experiential Learning. This ensures that all students have access to hands-on learning through study abroad, research, internships, leadership programs, and community engagements. In fact, 91% of our students take advantage of these opportunities, and access to them is guaranteed for any student interested. Here are just a couple of ways our students stand out among colleges and universities. It's really hard for us to define a typical Hollins student, but I think the word that best does it is passion or passionate. They have a passion for our community, and it's their ways of getting involved with each other, community, and off campus that really binds us together. If any of this is sounding like a good fit, let's just talk briefly about our application process. It's free to apply to us. You can use either our Hollins app or the Common app, but neither of them have an application fee. We do require a high school transcript and either a secondary school report or letter of recommendation, as well as potentially test scores. We are test optional, but that means if you'd like to send us your scores, we will look at them. If you don't send it to us, we don't look at them, we don't go looking for them, and they're not considered as part of our holistic review process. We consider you both for admission and scholarships, whether or not you choose to submit these test scores. To give you an idea where our admitted students fall, the average GPA and SAT of this past year's admitted students was about a 3.7 GPA and 1190 SAT for the students we chose to submit. Keep in mind, this is just our average, and this review process is really holistic. We really take a lot of consideration into things like your essay, your extracurriculars, any letters of recommendation you send us, and even just demonstrating that you're interested in us back. Through this holistic review process, we really strive to get to know you personally. We are also committed to making a high-quality liberal arts education affordable and accessible, which this commitment includes a scholarship guarantee of at least $24,000 per year in grants and scholarships for all admitted students, but our average aid award this past year fell just under $37,000. We'd love to see you all at any of our upcoming virtual visit programs. We're hosting things like student panels, workshops, information sessions on a variety of topics. Check out this website to sign up for any of them, and I will also put this website in our chat. I hope you found all of this information helpful in learning more about Hollins. We'd really love to welcome you to campus for a private visit too. If you check out the website listed here to sign up for a visit, it'll earn you a visit grant of up to $1,000 towards your financial aid package. Feel free to reach out through any of the ways on the screen, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, we're on all of it. We also will be happy to answer any questions throughout the rest of this presentation, and feel free to ping me in the chat. Thanks all.
Awesome, thank you so much. If you have any questions for Hollins University, please put it in the Q&A. And also remember to check the chat. Our representatives could be putting some awesome information in the chat for you to check out. Next up, we have Fairfield University.
Great, thank you. Just sharing my screen here. Let's see. Okay. Can everyone see this okay? Okay. Let me just get the view correct here. Sorry about that. Sorry, Sibel, can you just confirm, because I can't see anybody? Can everybody see the screen?
I can see your screen, but it's not
okay.
Like it's like a slideshow. Oh,
okay.
Maybe
there we go. We good now? Okay,
yep.
Cool. Sorry about that. Hi, everybody. My name is Chris Cahill. I'm an associate director here at Fairfield University in Connecticut. I am part of a team of 12 admission counselors. I oversee the DMV area. Thanks for joining. So to just start with some basics about Fairfield, we are a Jesuit Catholic institution. We were founded in 1942 by the Society of Jesus, the Jesuits. And we have a campus that's about 200 acres in Fairfield, the suburb in the southwestern corner of the state of Connecticut. Geographically speaking, we're about 20 minutes from Stanford. We're about an hour, 15 minutes from New York City. And our campus itself is, like I said, 200 acres, about a mile from our downtown area, and about 2 miles from Fairfield Beach, which is, we're right on the Long Island Sound. So cool, different types of environments that you have access to. Student body wise, undergraduate level, we're at about 4,400 now, small to medium sized student body, about 1,200 graduate students as well, and growing. And as far as diving into some particulars, I'll skip over this slide right here. What does it mean to go to a Jesuit school? I just like to give a brief overview of how Jesuit schools and the network of 27 Jesuit colleges and universities, us being one of them, Georgetown, BC, all the Loyolas, you've heard of these names, part of this Jesuit network. Very briefly, we're based on the Jesuit values. That's Jesuit values kind of build our campus. They all have to do somewhat with self-reflection and being a man or woman for others, reaching outside of kind of your comfort zone, diversity, equity, inclusion. These are all big factors for our campus culture. Secondly would be academically. You'll be studying a variety of subjects. So we're a liberal arts school. In addition to your major, you'll have at least one course in a variety of subjects, like I said, math and science, history, philosophy, religious studies, all encapsulating your 4 years in a very balanced way. And finally, as far as the Jesuit piece goes, probably the most obvious one, if you want to grow spiritually, regardless of your religious background, we have a vibrant campus ministry office that runs liturgical ministry, obviously, but interfaith dialogue, service trips, retreats, everything under the sun like that, if you do want to grow in your spiritual life in some way, but it is not required. Next up, just some facts and figures, Fairfield by the numbers. So I'll just touch upon a couple of these briefly. I mentioned our undergraduate student population is about 4,400. Average class size is about 20 students per class. So you get a very intimate learning environment there. The student to faculty ratio is about 12:1. So you get to know your professors super well through class, obviously, through office hours, through things like campus-wide events, service trips, retreats, things like that. Study abroad is also really big. Our junior class, about a third of them end up studying abroad. So it's a really popular option for all majors. All majors have the opportunity to study abroad. And then finally, just for our purposes tonight, I'll just mention the athletic program. So we have 20 Division I athletic teams, most of them in the MAAC conference. We have club teams available for many of those sports, and intramurals obviously as well. But if you have any questions about any of these facts and figures and stats, just let me know. Just a brief overview here of our academic divisions. So we have College of Arts and Sciences, a School of Business, we have a School of Nursing and Health Studies, and finally a School of Engineering. So you can see all the majors here. Feel free to contact me. I'll leave my, again, contact info in the chat with any questions about connecting with a faculty member or a student in any of these majors. We're happy to set those kind of conversations or meetings up for you. The only thing I'll mention here as far as applying to Fairfield goes, the nursing major, not public health or social work, but just the nursing major itself is our only direct admit program. So if you want to be a nurse and be a nursing student, it's still through the Common App. You'll see kind of how that works in just a second. But just know that it's our only direct admit program, and it's the only one where you'll have to let us know specifically. But other than that, the process is exactly the same for you. I'm going to skip over this really quick. And here are our requirements versus our optional components. So we're through the Common Application as well. High school transcript is obviously required. We're looking at things obviously like rigor of curriculum, but also progression across your 4 years. We're kind of diving into those dimensions. On your transcript, one letter of recommendation is required from your college guidance counselor. And finally, the personal essay on the Common Application itself. Feel free to sign up for an interview on campus. They're going to probably move back to in-person interviews come the fall. Resumes are welcome to attach to your application to send along. And we also are test optional. So here's some ranges that you can use to guide your decision there. SAT and ACT ranges there, 1240 to 1370, 27 to 31 for the ACT. These, again, are the middle 50%. So really looking at your transcript, does it match up well? Do you want, are you proud of that score? These are the kind of questions to be asking, but it is not required in the least. Here's some deadlines. We have early action, early decision 1 and 2, and regular decision. These are all available on the website, so I won't spend too much time on that. But I'll just end off with merit scholarships. So $14,000 to $26,000 in merit money is available. Financial aid is also available to apply for with the FAFSA and the CSS profile. And that's our cost of attendance, but just know that about 90% of our students on campus at any given year are receiving some sort of financial aid, merit scholarship, or a combination of both. So the last slide here is just some stats to end off on. I'll leave, again, my email in the chat. I'll leave our website in the chat. But other than that, feel free to ask questions throughout in the future. If you're coming to campus, happy to connect. But thank you all for your time.
Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Fairfield University, please put them in the Q&A. Next up, we have St. Bonaventure University.
Good evening. I'm Pete Lindsay, admissions person, graduate of St. Bonaventure in 71. Looking at the gray hair, by the way, that's 1971, not 1871. You see a picture of St. Bonaventure, a portion of us. Give you an idea of location. We're in Western New York State, directly south of Buffalo, New York, on the Pennsylvania-New York State border. We're bounded by 2 college towns on either side of the university, and also back up to the Allegheny foothills behind us. So we're not in a large metropolitan area, nor are we in the middle of nowhere as well. 500-acre campus, easy to get to, about a half a dozen colleges and universities nearby. The Finger Lakes, also second largest state park in New York State, and also the 5th largest and best ski resort in the north. Some numbers, we're about 2,400 students, a very personal education with a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Our professors teach at St. Bonaventure because we are passionate about being available to you, not only inside of class, but also outside of class. Our success rate is, I think, speaks for itself. 97% of our graduates are either employed or going on to graduate school within 6 months. How do we do that? I think by focusing on activities that parallel the activities in the classroom. 90% of our students are involved in at least 2 of the following: internships, independent research or study, community service, capstone courses, or study abroad, where we have some 30 different countries and 60 different colleges. Some recognitions regarding St. Bonaventure: 2nd best value in New York State, 3rd best value in the North, Princeton Review top 386, Kiplinger Magazine top 100 best private universities in the country. This gives you a look at the 7 different schools that we have at St. Bonaventure. And I'll go through some of the highlights of some of the more notable academic programs. You see here a wide range of combined degree programs for our health professions. First, School of Arts and Science, 16 different departments with programs like cybersecurity, behavioral neuroscience. Our pre-med program, we have a 4+4 affiliation with George Washington University. They set aside 5 seats for St. Bonaventure University grads. My favorite factoid this year is Dr. Kevin O'Connor, Bonaventure grad, is the personal physician for the President of the United States. I know that many of you out there are undecided about choice of major. I think we do a very good job working with students who are undecided through our Major Adventures program, taking an online interest inventory called Focus 2, and then help you decide on choice of major. We also have an individualized major where you would have 2 advisors actually create the major, do a brief research paper or a creative piece upon graduation. Oops.
Pete, can you just use your keyboard to keep going?
Yeah, I just wondered what was happening here.
Just click on the slide, like anywhere on the slide.
Okay.
See if that works.
Okay. Also, School of Health Sciences, the newest school at the university. An RN to BSN is the newest program. We also have a direct entry as well. Bachelor's, master's degree in public health, and also a bachelor's, master's degree in occupational therapy as well. School of Communications, one of the top 50, or excuse me, School of Business. The accounting program is the 9th best accounting program, according to masteroffinance.org, with a 4+1 bachelor's, master's degree. Our finance program, top 10% value, according to College Factual. And we are accredited by the American Association of Collegiate Schools of Business. And only about 5% of the schools of business worldwide have that accreditation. School of Mass Communications Journalism, one of the top 50 in the country, so says College Factual, with a wide range of different academic programs. Princeton Review ranks our newspaper the 13th best college newspaper in the country, and our radio station the best college radio station 3 times. 6 Pulitzer Prize winners among our ranks. Turn on the Today Show, the sports show Outside the Lines, 30 for 30, all produced by Bonaventure grads. Our education school, 25th most innovative education school, according to the American Association of Collegiate Teachers of Education, including 1,000 hours of teaching and practicum as well. I mentioned before our focus on career. We have an EDGE certificate. We call it the EDGE Competitive EDGE Certificate, with 6 different modules available to you to help you prepare and be successful in careers. Things like interviewing, personal branding, etc. Student life, very active campus. About 80% of our students are involved in D1 club or intramural sports. We're very big on tournaments, anything from a ping pong tournament, shuffleboard tournament, anything you can think of, anything like even 64-team dodgeball tournament as well. Athletics, we are Division I. Very rarely do you find Division I with a university of 2,400 students. Community service, it's in our DNA. We focus on activities like the Warming House, oldest student-run soup kitchen in the country. Bona Buddies, we adopt middle school kids. Go to Africa with a program called Embrace It Africa as well. So I would say to you, please come to campus. Admissions applications are on a rolling basis, Common App or St. Bonaventure University app. My contact information is right there. If you have a question at 3 o'clock in the morning, don't call me then. Call me the next day. I'd be delighted to help you out. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you so much. If you have any questions for St. Bonaventure University, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have Quinnipiac University.
Hi, everyone, and good evening. My name is Katie Strong, and I am a part of the admissions team at Quinnipiac University. For those that are not familiar with us, we are located in a suburban town in Connecticut, not far from my colleagues over at Fairfield University. We're about an hour away from Fairfield, going further north into Connecticut, just 15 minutes outside of the city of New Haven. For some context, we are a true green grass, frisbee throwing on the quad type of feel, as you can tell by some of our photos. We are a medium-sized institution. We have about 7,000 undergraduate students and about 3,000 graduate students total. So we're pretty much smack dab in the middle of having the best of both worlds, a smaller classroom environment. Our average class size is about 24 students. Student to faculty ratio is 16:1. No teaching assistants and no graduate students teaching any of our classes. So you always have a faculty member in front of you, no large lecture hall styles or anything like that. And on the flip side of that, you're definitely going to have a bigger school feel, and we'll talk more about that as we talk about things outside of the classroom. In terms of our academics, we do offer a wide range of programs. Like many of my colleagues, we cover pretty much most things. We have our schools of business, communications, computing engineering, health sciences, nursing, a graduate school of education, our own medical school, and our own law school as well. And in addition, our College of Arts and Sciences, which is our largest undergraduate school that houses our largest number of majors with 21, as well as our liberal arts core curriculum. So like many of the folks on the call, you will take our university core curriculum, take classes out of different areas, as well as within your program. Students can come into us undeclared. Pete, thanks for sharing that. Most students at this point in the process are probably a little bit undecided or maybe unsure about selecting something. So you can absolutely come to us undecided as well. We do have some direct admit programs, like some of my colleagues on the call, that will fall mostly into our School of Health Sciences and School of Nursing. We do offer direct admit programs for nursing, physician assistant, occupational therapy, and physical therapy. We also have a number of dual degree programs. If you're looking at coming to us for business communications, engineering, biology, radiologic sciences, or theater, we offer +1 programs in a number of those areas, meaning you can walk out the door with a graduate degree in 4 years or 5 years, depending on the program. We also have a 3+2 Master of Social Work and a 3+3 Bachelor's to JD program with our law school. If you are looking to accelerate that option, those are all listed on our website as well. Most students will also pick up a minor in addition to their major. Outside the classroom, I mentioned we kind of have the best of both worlds, smaller academic environment, but we definitely have a larger school feel. We have over 140 clubs and organizations. They have added several since I graduated a few years ago. We are also NCAA Division I. We compete against my friend Chris for most of our athletic programs over at Fairfield and Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. Our field hockey team competes in the Big East. And we also have our women's and men's ice hockey programs competing in the ECAC. If you're not a hockey fan, you should become one. Our men's ice hockey program and women's ice hockey programs both made it to the NCAA tournament this year and did very well. Outside of that, we have intramural sports, club sports, Greek life on campus if you're interested in fraternities and sororities, and a number of other opportunities for students to get involved outside of the classroom. Key dates for undergraduate admissions, don't focus on them too much because you can find them on our website when you're looking into schools come this summer or the following summer, but we do have application deadlines, early decision, early action, and regular admission. And like many folks, we are in the common application as well. We ask that you submit your high school transcript, letters of recommendation, and we are a test optional institution for many of our programs, recommended for some. We do encourage you to submit an application and apply with us. And we definitely recommend coming to visit. We are open on most days. Come up, take the trip. You can stop at Fairfield first, come and see us after that and make a little trip out of it. And if you have any questions, you can always reach us at admissions@qu.edu. Thanks.
Awesome, thank you so much. If you have any questions for Quinnipiac University, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have Roanoke College.
Awesome. Thank you, Emily. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Kayla McKinney. I'm an assistant director of admissions here at Roanoke College. And later on, you'll also hear from my colleague, Emily Pilot. Here at Roanoke, our purpose is to help you find yours. And we're good at achieving that goal, as you can see with the accolades on screen. I would like to highlight that Roanoke is dedicated to a liberal arts education, and our professors are really dedicated to helping students succeed. That's why Roanoke College is among the nation's top 20 schools for accessible and approachable professors. I'm going to go ahead to the next slide, Emily. Thank you. Roanoke College is located in the heart of Virginia's Blue Ridge Mountains. Campus is located just off Main Street in the friendly small town of Salem. Students really benefit from a small town feel close to campus with plenty of restaurants to try out and a really welcoming community to be involved in. Just up the road is downtown Roanoke, which is an urban center that offers museums, shops, festivals, and restaurants for students to explore in their free time. Students also have access to amazing outdoor adventures around the Roanoke Valley and the Blue Ridge region, hiking, kayaking, rock climbing, the list goes on, and it's all available nearby. The region around Roanoke College is not just a fun place to explore as you're kind of home away from home, but students also have access to networking and internship opportunities in the area, which you'll hear more about later. Next slide. Roanoke College is intentionally small with about 2,000 undergraduate students. We're dedicated to keeping our class sizes below 30 students. So every student has the opportunity to raise their voice during our discussion-based classes. Students attend Roanoke College from 38 states and 22 countries. We have about a 50-50 split of in-state and out-of-state students. And with guaranteed access to on-campus housing, most students do choose to make themselves at home on campus. Every student at Roanoke reaps the benefits of our mentoring culture. Working with an advisor and faculty and alumni mentors, you'll identify what you love and what you do well, and then you'll develop a program to build on those through academic courses, real-world experiences, and extracurricular activities. You can see that there's over 1,000 active career mentors available to offer support to our students. We also offer 48 majors and 70 minors, concentrations, and pre-professional programs. You can, of course, explore all of those programs online. I do want to highlight a unique, newer opportunity at Roanoke College, which is our Explorations program. An exploration can be completed in addition to your major and/or minor or concentration. Most explorations are just 3 credits or half a minor, and allow students to pursue elective courses or just a personal interest in a certain theme. There's 21 explorations to choose from. You can see some examples on screen. I hear that the race and ethnicity theme is quite popular. A few others are peace and justice studies and public history. So instead of pushing information at you through ordinary general education courses that you might find elsewhere, Roanoke College allows you to pick from a portfolio of topics that you're intrigued by and want to learn more about for a core curriculum. This core intellectual inquiry curriculum allows you to explore fundamental concepts and apply them to current issues and build practical skills that you'll actually use throughout your life and throughout the rest of your major and courses that you're interested in. So you can see on screen some examples of these inquiry classes as part of our core curriculum. Instead of studying Chemistry 101, for example, students can explore the fundamentals of chemistry through the lens of crime investigation.
So at Roanoke, we offer a number of real-world experiences that includes creative works, research, service learning, internship, and study away. I really want to highlight particularly service learning that starts right before you even begin classes at Roanoke. This is an example of our house. It's an opportunity for students to participate in a Habitat for Humanity house build right here on campus. Over 80% of our students also participate in internships. We have a really popular program housed in DC, Washington, DC, where students get an opportunity to have a semester-long internship, be it in government, publications, businesses around the DC area, live and work in the Arlington area, and still study at nighttime. Study away opportunities are important for us as well. We have midterm opportunities for students to study away with faculty members for an intensive course, be it 2 to 4 weeks, as well as student opportunities to study in Leipzig, Germany, the Yucatan Peninsula, as well as a number of other different partnerships we have across the globe. These are just some student outcomes that we always want to share. We have a lot of alumni success after college. The biggest takeaway that I always want folks to remember is 95% of our students within 6 months have a job full-time that requires a 4-year degree or are placed in a graduate studies program. So it's really exciting to see our students achieve success very greatly and highly immediately after their time at Roanoke College. We have over 100 groups to join. I wish it was 1,000. Our most popular is Outdoor Adventures. Certainly there's lots of clubs that are started each year and other clubs that continue to be renewed year after year. We also are home for Greek life organizations. There are 3 sororities and 5 fraternity organizations. We also are home for 23 NCAA Division III athletic teams. We compete as part of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. Last but certainly not least, aid at Roanoke. We offer merit aid, which ranges anywhere from $7,000 to $15,000 annually. For students that have a 3.0 or above, or a 1200 SAT or qualifying ACT scores, there can be an additional $1,000 that can be added to that. Just some important dates. You can apply through our Roanoke College specific application or on the Common App. Our dates are also available on our website. Do know that we have early action, early decision, and regular decision that is available for students. Last but certainly not least, a bit of my contact info. I'll leave this in the comments section as well. Thanks so much for your time and attention this evening, guys. Hope you're doing well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Roanoke College, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have High Point University.
Hello, everyone. Let me just go ahead and share my screen. All right, so we should be good to go. Is everyone able to see it?
Yes, you are good to go.
Perfect. All right. Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Kelly Villette. I am the Senior Admissions Counselor for the DC and Maryland area. I grew up in the DMV area, so very much know the different colleges that you all are looking at and considering. Here tonight, I am here representing High Point University. We are located in High Point, North Carolina. We're centrally located right kind of in the Triad area. We are right in between Winston-Salem and Greensboro, North Carolina. If you're more familiar with the Charlotte area, we're about an hour and a half north of Charlotte. We're right in the smack dab in the middle of the mountains. The mountains are about 2.5 hours away. And then on the other side out to the coast is the ocean, about a 3-hour drive. So very accessible for students if they want to take a weekend trip. They're very more than welcome to do that. And it's very accessible to do a day trip too if they want to. Currently, we have a little over 5,000 undergraduate students with a few thousand graduate students. Our graduate programs are growing as we speak. We just announced a few new ones. A few weeks ago, we have a law school that we're opening in the next few years, as well as a school of optometry, dentistry. Who knows what they're going to announce in the next few weeks after that. So our graduate school is growing as far as in our enrollment in general, that is also growing. This past year, we just enrolled the largest class in our history. So typically our incoming class has been anywhere from 12 to 1,300 students. This past year, we ended at about 1,500 students, and we're projected to do the same for this incoming class this upcoming fall. So we're very excited to kind of continue growing our campus. We do want to keep it as close to 5,000 as we can. Just that's what we've kind of figured out. We can still offer those small class sizes while still having a little bit larger of that campus feel. Moving forward, these are some of our top 10 kind of most popular majors. By no means is this all that we offer. We have over 60 different majors and minors for students to choose from. Number 1, as you see, undeclared. That is our most popular major for incoming students, and we 100% support that. We do understand that, especially at your age, there's a ton of different opportunities and ideas and suggestions being thrown at you. So for that reason, we do have a program called Project Discovery. This is a program you're going to go through with every student. Every first-year student will get a student success coach, and you're going to take a class to help you figure out more about your personality, your strengths, your weaknesses. That way it'll help you better figure out what major you want to choose end of your sophomore year. So you also have 2 full years to really figure out what you want to focus on. We also are really strong in the STEM-based areas. If you know High Point at all, we're also very well known for any of our business or sales, entrepreneurship programs. A lot of our students will couple that with our communications program as well. Talking a little bit more about our academic experience here. So yes, we are a little bit of a kind of bigger, small to medium sized school, but within the classroom, you're still going to have that small classroom atmosphere. Average classes are about 15 to 20 students. Student to faculty ratio is about 15 to 1. 100% of your courses, no matter if it's a class or a lab, will be taught by a faculty member. Yes, we do have graduate students on campus, but they have plenty on their plate as it is. And so we do have our faculty teaching both the class and the lab. We don't have any teaching assistants or TAs in the rooms. They might be there for assistance, but they will not be the only one teaching that class. We also do promise a 4-year graduation guarantee. We currently are offering a tuition-free 5th-year master's program in communication business leadership, no matter what your major is as an undergraduate student. I already mentioned those success coaches and that project discovery opportunity. We also currently are offering a Go Global grant. So for any student who would like to take the opportunity to study abroad, we offer what's called a Maymester program. That is where they can go abroad in the month of May for anywhere for 2 to 4 weeks, and they can go ahead and study abroad wherever they would like. And if they take advantage of that grant, we're going to cover that $4,500 cost of the tuition. Of course, there's fees and travel expenses that go along with that, but that tuition, usually that largest cost, we're completely taking care of for students so that they can have that opportunity. We do have really strong state-of-the-art academic facilities within our classrooms. We have several different learning labs on campus, this picture being one of them. We do have a planetarium on campus, one of the strongest in the state. This is also interdisciplinary, so lots of different academic programs utilize this opportunity. We also do have a BB&T executive boardroom for our business students so that they can get comfortable in that setting, pitching something during a boardroom meeting, anything along those lines. Something also that's very unique here at High Point University, our students, no matter what program they're in, they have access to what we call Innovators in Residence. These are just a handful. We have over 50 different mentors that come to our campus at least once a semester. For example, we have Steve Wozniak, we have Cint Marshall, the CEO of the Dallas Mavericks. We have Mark Randolph, co-founder of Netflix. All of these big name mentors will come again at least once a semester. We've had Byron Pitts on campus several times already this semester, and they give their personal information to our students to help network them and offer internship opportunities. Again, if you know High Point at all, we are known as the premier life skills university. So yes, it's great to read from a textbook, but we want to get you outside the classroom. We also do teach, again, life skills outside of academics. So your freshman year, every student is going to take what's called the President Seminar. And so our president himself is going to teach you on time management, budget management, communication skills, presentation skills, everything that you need to make yourself a little bit more competitive outside of that job market down the road. We also are very passionate about community service. Collectively, our students complete 110,000 hours every single year, and that starts their first semester with that freshman year book program. Just to kind of finish up as far as next steps, we do still have our application coming up for this fall. We do use the Common Application. We are also opening our own High Point application this summer, whatever is easiest for you. We are also test optional for scholarships and admission for this upcoming fall. So definitely take advantage of that if you need to. All of our application information is on our website, but the biggest thing that I would like to suggest is come visit campus. We are completely open for on-campus tours. You'll be able to meet with me afterwards one-on-one. So if you have any questions, we can talk about it on campus, but definitely come down and visit us. I promise it will definitely make a difference. The pictures online don't do it justice. You definitely need to come visit. And reach out to myself. I'll put my contact information in the chat, but I'm your representative. I would be the first one reading your application, and I am more than welcome to help you through every step. Don't hesitate to reach out at all. And thank you all for taking the time out of your evening to come listen to us.
Thank you so much. If you have any quick last minute questions for High Point University, please put them in the Q&A. My fellow panelists and presenters, please join me via video. I'd love to see your beautiful faces again. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I just want to thank you all, my panelists and presenters, for being here. Again, what you do is super, super important. So thank you so much for being here. And my participants, thank you so much for joining us. Remember, I said in the beginning, this is just an appetizer. So I hope you learned a lot, got a little bit of a taste of every school, but now it is up to you to figure out what is the main entree for you. So make sure you get their contact information and their websites and check them out, please. And also, if you please, after you close out this window, give us some feedback. A very quick 5-question survey will appear. We would really appreciate it. We do not have any more Ames days going on for virtual college fairs, except for the next 2 sessions that we have. Still not too late to make sure that you're attending those for the rest of the evening. And remember, if you want to relive the fun with us, a recording will be available at strivescan.com/Ames. With that said, you all, again, thank you so much and hope you have a great rest of your evening. Bye, everybody.